Alright guys, welcome back to my Halloween marathon, and this right here is day number 8. For day number 8, I'm going to tackle a somewhat unknown arcade game that actually never got a home port, and that is Nightmare in the Dark. Now, even though I did say this is a Neo Geo game, it's a Neo Geo arcade game that was never ported over either to the AES or the CD console. This one stayed in the arcade, and it was released back in 2000 by a company known as AM Factory. Now, after a very brief little tutorial here where it shows you basically how to fire jump, pretty much all Neo Geo arcade games had this little feature at the beginning showing you how to play. Actually, pretty much all arcades had that little feature where it shows you, well, almost all arcades had that feature where it shows you how to play the game, since obviously arcades didn't come with manuals. So the game is broken up into 5 different stages, with each stage having 5 different levels. So basically, the whole point of the game is to throw fireballs at the zombies, creating some type of a fireball which you can then hurl at other enemies on the screen. And that's pretty much how you advance to the next level. Yeah, first let me just get this out of the way. This dude right here, that is one creepy looking character. I mean, with a face like that, he could easily go knocking on doors collecting candy. But he blends pretty well with the ghouls, zombies, and other creatures that are just running amok on the screen here. And the zombies are pretty much the run-of-the-mill enemies. Eventually, as you progress, you're going to see other enemies like the skeleton here and that, I guess he's some kind of a stone monster type of thing. And you clear the level pretty much by beating all the enemies on the screen. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not finding a lot of strategic gameplay necessary here to advance the levels. It's just you throw fireballs at one of the enemies, causing him to turn into a fireball, and then you just hurl them at all the other enemies. It's pretty simple gameplay, to be honest with you. Eventually, at the end of the stage, you do fight some kind of a big boss, like you see here, this Frankenstein-looking monster thing, but other than that, I don't see a lot of strategy needed to advance the levels. Again, that's just me though. I think the only time that I really saw some kind of a challenge from the game is when you're fighting one of the bosses, since you not only have to contend with the boss, but he summons minions as you fight him, so you have to worry about the boss as well as all the enemies that he's conjuring up in the screen. That is the only thing that I found challenging in this game, and probably the only time that I kind of enjoyed playing it. I do like how the stage looks, the background, that whole kind of cemetery creepy vibe thing going on. And as you progress other levels, you're going to see that they're not all taking place inside the cemetery or in the cemetery. The controls on the game are not that bad, but again, since you don't require to do a lot of jumping and so forth and tricky maneuvering, you don't really need the best of controls to play this game, so overall it's not bad. The music also, while it's not bad, I don't feel that it fits the theme of the game. I mean, just listen to it and you tell me what you think. Luckily, the stages have all different songs, but they all feel out of place to me. Again, this is not one of my favorite games. I don't see any strategy needed to advance to the levels. It's just pretty much straightforward type of game, which I guess it's okay for little kids, but as an adult, I mean, I just don't see any point in playing it other than to try it out and see what it's about. And I think I can see why this was not ported over to the home console version of Neo Geo. I mean, the games for the Neo Geo alone cost a lot of money, and if I had to pay like $200 plus for a game like this, I'd be really mad. Of course, I would probably try it out in the arcade first, but if you didn't know any better and you just went out and bought it based on screenshots, which again look great, you're not going to be happy with the final result here. So, but again, I wanted to include it as part of my marathon since it does have that Halloween vibe to it, and again, it looks great. It just, to me, doesn't play great. But based on what you see here, you might want to try it out. Who knows, you might like it. So that, in a very quick short recap, is Nightmare in the Dark for the Neo Geo MVS. Alright guys, so hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for day number 9, where I'm going to be talking about a certain Intellivision game that's just perfect for the Halloween season. Till then, Try not to buy any dolls from a site called Everything is Evil on the dark web, even if they do have a 60% coupon at checkout. Trust me on this.